Welcome to Transline Hollywood. Today we have a guest.
I'm Leigh. Hi.
Hi, Leigh.
Miss Leigh Richards, my friend for a long time.
And as you know, Suzanne.
I'm Suzanne.
And I'm Camille. So Suzanne and I decided that we would invite the wonderful Leigh here today because we have lots of friends. And are you a friend?
Yeah. More like family.
How long have you two known each other for?
About 10 years.
We met at a trans club, Pasadena, California, at a club called Encounters. And I asked Phil, who the hell is that you're talking to? And it was Miss Leigh Richards. So we started a friendship that night, although I was jealous as hell because she was so pretty.
And what did you think of Suzanne?
The first memory that I have of you was not there. It was at a different club, and you were sitting with another friend, well-developed friend, and you were sitting at the bar, and you were very composed and not doing a desperate search around the room. And I was impressed, but they were both very cool, and I was the new kid on the block. I was the interloper at the party.
So when you say the new kid on the block, explain that a little bit.
I hadn't been dressing very long at that point, just months, and there's a big learning curve. I was at the bottom working my way up. Everything doesn't flow easily from the very beginning, and you suffer from a lot of insecurities, and I guess maybe you could liken it to an adolescent like a freshman going to high school. I didn't really know what to expect. I didn't know what was expected of me, and I didn't know really how to dress or what to do with my hair and my makeup, and I didn't really know how the relationships work with other trans women or other cross-dressers or and especially in my case, other men. I didn't grow up a straight woman, and so I didn't really know the dynamics of the relationships with men.
But she learned rather quickly.
But I'm a quick study.
Yes, because
she's a
was it like
anyway, yeah.
was like a month ago, she and her husband got married for real, because in California it's legal. And
Congratulations, well done.
They're officially married.
Oh, nice ring. I wanted to go back to sort of your history when you were talking about before you transitioned. So who were you living as, and how were you feeling about who you were living as?
When I was a teenager, I knew that I was a woman. And when you're a kid and growing up in the Midwest and you have conservative Republican parents, loving but conservative, I waited until I went away to college, and I did a lot of research, and I knew and I had a name for it now. It was transsexual, and I came home and I told my parents. I sat them down when I was 19, and they were calm. They were good. They handled.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, yeah. I was lucky. I was really lucky, and I was brazen. I was much more honest, I think, as a teenager, and so they got me into counseling, and I saw a therapist. And I remember after two or three times with him, he said, I don't think you're transsexual. I think you're gay, and you'd rather change your body than admit it.
What does that mean?
Well, I think where he was going with this was that I was a gay guy, and I would do anything, including alter my body, to avoid admitting it. And I was raised just like all of us were, that when an older person in an authority position says something, you believe it and you do it. So I kind of packed away my little trunk, and I gave away my little trunk of little clothes and things, and I never really thought about it for 30 years.
30 years, really? So you never dressed again
No.
for 30 years?
No.
And how did that make you feel?
I didn't think that much about it. I wasn't agonized. I just didn't. I didn't feel tortured. I felt what I felt. I felt like a gay guy who was never like other gay guys. That's how it felt. I never fit in, and then now we're going back to the disco era and even before AIDS, and my lifestyle, whatever that, it didn't sync well with with other gay guys that I knew, and I knew a lot of them because I was a flight attendant.
Question.
Yes.
Well, unlike me, or like me, I mean, I had 2 long-term relationships, but both of those were wives.
Mm-hmm.
But you had long-term relationships.
I did.
As a gay man, with another man, of course, which was a long-term deal.
Yeah, first one was 20 years.
Yeah. Well, if you put mine together, mine were 30. During that time, I didn't feel that I suffered from doing what I was doing. I wasn't denied, I dressed up secretly, but I wasn't tortured by it. And apparently you weren't either.
Mm-mm.
Until the time came when?
The time came when I was dating a guy, and I had been for a couple of years, and he is a great guy, wonderful guy, and he loved me so much, and I was very fond of him, and I knew though that there was a feeling that it wasn't enough. The overarching problem was that they didn't relate to me how I needed to be related to. And they were relating to me as a man, albeit gay, but it's still a man, and that wasn't satisfying to me.
So you told them about you?
Yeah.
And what happened?
I told the second one.
Second one. And what happened?
He was crushed. Felt like I had deceived him, and he didn't understand it, and he couldn't separate being trans from being a drag queen, and he didn't get it, and he was really hurt, and no matter what I said about I didn't enter this to deceive you or to hurt you. I couldn't say anything that really would convince him otherwise.
So, as a counterpoint to that, I told both of my wives before we got married that I had this in me. And so they did not feel that I had betrayed them or lied to them or cheated them because I told them in advance.
But that's because in a way you didn't really know though, did you? I mean, you knew, but you didn't, like you hadn't started dressing full time.
I don't honestly think I knew.
Yeah.
It wasn't deceptive. And I didn't dress when I was with
Yeah,
him.
that's what I mean.
Yeah.
So when did you first start dressing and why?
Well, I told him about maybe 6 o'clock in the evening, and I was in full makeup by 7. Or 7:30.
And he was there and he saw you?
No.
Oh, he'd gone.
No,
okay.
no.
She was dedicated.
Well, I think we're going to leave that episode there, and we're going to come back. So, thank you, Leigh.
You're
and you're going to
welcome.
stay for the next one. So,
If you'll have me.
yes.
Okay.
Well, should we have her?
Absolutely. Matter of fact, I think she should take my place. She's a lot more interesting than me.
Oh, don't be ridiculous.
Yeah.
Well, okay.
All
Maybe
right,
you're
that's
there.
good
Okay.
advice.
Yeah,
So, welcome back to, welcome to Transline Hollywood. As you know, social media, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and please come and visit us at translinehollywood.com. Thank you. Bye.
I'm gonna break me
bye.
a million hearts. I'm hell on heels, baby. I'm coming for